Here's 2 cheers for a place called England, saw reviews but not yet dead. A Mr. Harding, sort of England, hanging in there by a thread. Here's 2 cheers for the crazy diggers, now their hour shall come around. We shall plant the seed they saved us, Commonwealth and Common Round.
This story, it goes around the houses a little bit. And I might be a little bit hazy on a few of the details, but it's worth it. Trust me, so bear with. I can't remember what year it was, or even how long ago. But we were at the Lamb and Flag pub. Not there anymore, got turned into flats. Small place, sticky floors, regulars only, that sort of thing. But it had an upstairs room with a dartboard in it. Not many people knew about that.
Barney called last orders, so I thought I'd line them up.
4 pints.
Your maths has improved.
I asked for half.
You got half. In fact, you got 2.
What? And 3 for you? Nice. Look, I ain't even going to drink all of that.
But I can't ask for half.
Why not?
I work with these people.
And you don't want them thinking you're not thirsty?
They might think I've got a bird up here.
Which one's mine?
Not that one. I'll do one of these.
No, that one.
Don't drink all of it, if that's what you want.
No, so I've got to work tomorrow.
What, you think I don't work?
Yeah, I've got to work in the morning.
Yeah, I'm on the early shift.
What time's your early shift start?
About 15:15, whenever I get there.
Yeah, what time do you set your alarm for?
I don't need an alarm, I get up and the dog starts nudging me.
Can't allow it in bed.
Oh, I've seen you bring home far worse.
Are you really going to drink all those 3 pints?
What, you're having all of yours now then, are you?
So much for a quiet night, eh? You've probably not heard of Roy Parker. Well, this was him. And there are many, many reasons why his name doesn't stand in the annals of sporting history.
Injustice!
Could have been one of them.
It's a conspiracy.
Was often cited as another.
I was robbed!
Could also have been a possibility. But the truth is, competitive darts is above all things competitive.
Yeah, look, got new flights.
So you have?
Club colours.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they weren't cheap.
You don't say.
You want to get yourself some?
Do I?
We're a team, aren't we?
Well, so you tell me.
Well, we must be then. Right, we play.
Barney just called last orders.
Yeah, and I got 3 points.
Yeah, in 10 minutes to neck them.
Yeah, I got my own key.
A lock-in on a Wednesday.
Hey, this is not a lock-in. It's a practice.
No, feels more like a hostage situation.
A hostage? Hostage? God, look at you. Who paid the ransom? No one. I'll be stuck with you.
Look, I don't want to be late home.
Don't go home then. You've got all you'd ever need right here. Beer, nuts, other beer, paradise.
Classy. And what about a shower?
Use the soda gun. 501.
Lovely. And what would I use to dry myself with? A bar towel, huh?
Look, we've had new hand dryers installed in the gyms. Give it a go.
You're right. You've everything you'd ever need.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
We've been practicing a lot lately. 3 nights that week, which, yeah, it's 2 nights too many at the best of times. But the truth is, things have become a little bit more strained of late.
Only 3 weeks till the next cup game.
Foils Cup, Club Championship. Happens every 3 years. It's kind of a big deal.
I'll put his name down for it.
It's also a doubles match. But it was a pretty tasty amount of money in it, should you win first place.
Now fall for second.
So without being asked, I was entered, so to speak.
What else you doing? Washing your hair?
I might have a date, thank you.
What, with a girl?
Yes, with a girl.
Chances of that, slim.
Not impossible.
Well, you have to cancel.
When is it again?
3 weeks this Friday. You free?
Oh, yeah, I'm free.
Was your date all right with you postponing?
Yeah, she was fine, thank you. Go on, your turn.
I know it's my turn. I'm thinking.
Wonder what the noise was.
Centering myself.
How very zen.
Regulating my breathing and...
It's worth waiting for, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's new flights, isn't it?
And you wanted me to get some?
Right. That's the warm-up done with.
Warm up? We've been playing for nearly 2 hours. You're not warm enough already?
Yeah, I must have cooled down when I went down the bar.
That'd be 3 pints for you.
3 pints never stopped Hockey Phipps.
I have since learned that you should only ask a question if you actually want to know the answer. But this was a different time. Who's Hockey Phipps?
Oscar Phipps, the second finest darts player I've ever seen.
Eh? Never mentioned him before.
No, I wouldn't have done. Don't play anymore.
Tired?
Dead.
Oh, good a reason as any to give up.
Oh no, he stopped playing long before he died. I think darts was getting in the way of his drinking time.
Hold on. I thought you said 3 pints wouldn't stop him.
No, 3 pints didn't. He'd have 3 pints before breakfast. He could pack it away, could Hockey. There was this one time. Oh, God. This is years ago. I barely turned 20. Anyway, it's me and Hockey playing 2 fellas from Blackpool. Finals it was. But Hockey and me had been out celebrating winning the semis the night before. We'd only rolled in about 4:30. So morning of the match, I've got a hangover that would kill a lesser man, and Hockey's been hugging the S-Bend since we got up. 10 minutes before the match, and we are sweating pure alcohol. We reek. It's coming out of every pore. And what's worse, we got the shakes like that. Oh, Hockey turns to me. He said, I can't play. We're going to have to forfeit. I said, like hell we are. This is the finals. Hockey says, all right, there's only one thing for it. Whips out a hip flask.
There is the story.
Exactly. We start knocking back what must be the cheapest whiskey Hockey could lay his hands on. But blow me there. We don't start working. The shakes stop. We start to relax. And would you believe it? We play really well. We play really well. But it's a close game and we're still slamming down the booze between goes. We had been ahead, but now they caught up. Anyway, it's Hockey's go. He gets up and gets some. He polishes off his whiskey and he gets in place. Now I can see that he is trashed. He's swaying around like he's out at sea, but he brings up his arm, he takes aim, and he bends over double and spews 2 litres of cut price booze all over the floor. The organisers are going mad. Some fella runs off to get a mop. I see the other team catch a whiff and I think, oh no, they're going to lose their lunches there. Just then, Hockey bolts upright and throws a dart without even looking, and he ends on a double. Unbelievable! Oh, I tell you don't see talent like that very often. Everyone said he should have turned pro.
You're right. That is unbelievable.
I was there in the splash zone, saw it with my own eyes. Like I say, you don't see talent like that very often.
So what happened then? His liver give out?
Lost touch after he stopped playing.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame to waste that sort of talent. Criminal.
Nothing wound my old man up more than someone not living up to their full potential. As he saw it, should be treated as a felon. And if you couldn't guess, he was no fan of those.
You going to tell me then?
Tell you what,
We give you the love bite.
that's nothing.
Oh, self-inflicted, was it? A cry for help?
No, just some dickhead gobbing off in the forest is all.
Look, yeah, well, just let them gob off then. You don't need to get involved.
Well, look, there's a whole history to it, and I don't want to get into it right now.
Look, you cannot afford to damage those hands. Not this close to a club game.
You weren't there.
No, I wasn't. I was here. Now, if people start gobbing off in here, they can leave. And I don't care whether it's by the door or by the window. Now, listen. You can raise your voice as much as you like to these people, but the minute you start swearing, you have lost control. They only hear that. Now, you might say, oi, stop behaving like I see you next Tuesday. All they hear is the C word, and I think, that's it. Call them big man, yeah? Big fellas love that. All right, big man. I think you've had enough for one night. You don't have to go home, but you can't stop here. As often as not, they're angry about something else. So don't you be the straw that breaks the camel's back. They soon crumble. I've had them shake me hands before leaving. It's not been in my face 30 seconds before, but now they've got a tail between their legs and they're feeling very silly. Sorry, Guff, they say. And off they toddle for a little lie down in the park. You didn't swear, did you? Because if you did, then you were asking for trouble.
Might have said a few choice words, yeah.
Yeah, there you go then. Look, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but your nan never heard me swear. Not in her life, not once. If you want to use that sort of language, you can go down the docks, big fella. No need for any of it.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's a whole history too. So.
Nuts.
What?
Do you want some nuts?
No, I'm fine.
Just as well. You ain't got any anyway.
Thought you had everything you'd ever need.
Yeah. New girl forgot to order some.
There's a new girl?
Yeah.
What? How long's she been here then?
About a month.
What's her name?
Adam.
Adam's a woman.
No, it's just he's a shirt lifter.
What did you say?
He's a shirt lifter.
What?
You know, a poofter.
You can't say that.
I think I just did.
If you can't, it's rude.
What, is he here? No, he isn't, so who cares?
Well, I care.
What, you a poof too?
No.
Are you sure? Because you have been sounding a little bit mincy recently.
Yeah, talk like that to his face.
Well, you don't talk to me.
I can see why.
Well, it's his loss.
Well, maybe it's your loss.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, what's he got to talk to me about? You think he's going to give me advice on wearing frocks or something?
You know, being gay and trans, they're not the same thing.
Oh, I don't know what trans is.
When you change your sex.
Oh, that nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Listen, I'm 60 years old, so I can't keep up with science. With young people changing science every 5 minutes, just suit their feelings.
No one's changing science.
All right, if I cut off an elephant's nose, it doesn't suddenly become a hippo, does it?
Yeah, and it's not about removing trunks. There's other factors too, like...
Oh, yes, I've forgotten, of course. You've got to wish upon a star, haven't you? I want to be a real boy.
No, there's hormones and...
I made a hormone once. I forgot to pay her.
Dad!
Lighten up!
Look, don't you think it's hard enough, you know, if you're born into the wrong body?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's got to be awful for him. My heart goes out to him. It really does. Look, I never told anyone this before, but I sometimes think that I was born into the wrong body. You know, by rights, I should have rock hard abs and a cock the size of a king cobra.
That was my dad's idea of banter. It was an acquired taste, but if you're the sort of person that likes that, then you might be the sort of person that likes this.
I'm not a racist. I don't care if you're black, brown, yellow or normal.
Or this.
I am a modern man. I don't need me dinner on the table when I come home from work. Long as it's in the oven, then I'm all right.
He also had an extensive collection of limericks too.
Yeah, there once was a man from Mumbai.
We'll save those for another time. You can see why 3 meetups a week was too many.
You know, puffs can't play darts. They can't throw. It's their weak wrists.
Do you know the worst thing is? I think you actually believe it.
All right. You name me one dance champion, just one who's a pansy.
I don't know.
Because there aren't any.
There must be hundreds.
Just none you can name.
Well, probably because they're too scared to come out of the closet.
Oh, yeah, I'll be more worried about being stuck in the closet with one of them.
We often did this little social dance. We both knew the routine, and we had the choreography down tight. And just as he was about to reach peak bigot, I'll make my excuses and leave.
Well, I've got to go. You can't go now.
I'm out of time.
Well, we haven't finished the match.
I forfeit.
You can't forfeit.
Yes, I can.
I have never forfeited a game in my life.
Well, you still haven't. I'm doing it again. I forfeit, you win.
No, I can't win by default. We barely started. It could have gone either way.
No, it won't. You'll win.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. You always win.
Yeah, but not by much. You might have beat me this time.
I won't.
You don't know that.
I won't because I forfeit.
Look, I'll let you win.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a picture of the scores and we'll pick up again next week, all right?
You can't pick it up again. Your problem is you don't want to win.
No, I want to go to bed.
Oh, you need to up your game, my boy.
I need to up my game.
I'm glad you agree.
Agree to what?
That last match was an embarrassment.
Well, because we lost.
No, you lost and you dragged me down with you.
We got to the finals. You should be happy with that.
Oh, you think I've not been in the finals before? I've done the finals. I have won the finals. My name is on that card more than anybody else's, I'll have you know.
Yeah, I know. You know, you told me every day, twice a day, since I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I won the very first cup they ever had.
I know!
Those people look up to me.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm their former champion.
You're just an old man who can throw a dart.
Yeah, well, they respect that.
Well, you lost before.
How many times is your name on that trophy? Yeah, go on, how many? How many times?
None.
Exactly, none. So don't act like you're better than me. Look, I am 5 foot 11 inches tall. You know what that means? My eye's exactly 5 foot 8 inches from the ground, directly in line with the bullseye. I am genetically built for dance.
Yeah, well, you might have been 5'11", 20 years ago, but guess what? Old people shrink.
I'm only 60.
Yeah, you know, it goes to 60.
My eyes are fine.
Yeah, well, when's the last time you had them checked?
The other week, the optician said they were the best eyes he had ever seen. He begged me to leave them to medical science.
Did he now?
He did, unlike you. You must have got your mother's eyes. Yeah. Blind as a bat, she was.
Yeah, well, she must have been to marry you.
Yeah, probably inherited her wrist too. That's why you're throwing like a faggot all night.
I should have left then. I mean, he was in a particularly nasty mood.
Go on then, run home to your boyfriend.
My boy. Who exactly is my boyfriend?
Well, don't ask me, he's your boyfriend.
You can't even think your insults through.
No, because my mind is on the game.
Yeah, well, the game's over. I am going.
Do you know, this is why we lost.
Why does the last game mean so much to you? Huh?
You know why.
Dad would play all the club championships. I mean, he'd travel up and down the country. And at one point, he was playing between 10, 15 a year. He'd win a fair few. Not all, but a fair few. The last tournament, well, that was his first one paired with me.
It's humiliating.
We got to the final.
Yeah, and then lost.
What? Hold on. Is this because we lost to a couple of women?
I have never lost to a woman before.
Yeah, well, it's the first time for everything.
We are laughing stock, do you know that?
Oh, who cares?
Everyone.
Why? What have you heard?
Things.
Well, tell me.
I say all sorts of things.
Well, quote them.
I don't know the exact wording.
Well, I'm not paraphrasing them.
I just hear things, all right?
Where?
In the clubhouse.
But you don't know what they say?
No, they all shut up whenever I'm around.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
I'm their former champion.
You're still a former champion.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean as much, does it? If they're just going to let anybody play.
No. Why don't we stop the Jews and the blacks too, huh?
I never said that. Some of the finest darts players I've ever seen have been black.
Oh, well, they'll be delighted to hear it.
Yeah, it's a spear chucking Jews.
Don't!
It's true.
Do you know, this is what they talk about. Behind your back about you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know. It's just a fact.
I'll tell you, here's a fact. Women should not play darts or not in male contests. They should separate the sexes, like in rugby, like in boxing.
They're contact sports.
Yeah. They do not mix the sexes in any other sport.
Yes, they do. Tennis.
What is tennis?
Because someone must do.
Well, right, name me one other.
Figure skating.
Ha! Figure skating, that is not a sport.
Nah. It's in the Olympics.
What do they know?
This was a sore subject with my dad. But at the time, darts wasn't in the Olympics. He lobbied for it in a pub in 2012 when London had hosted them.
It's a British sport. If Britain is hosting, we have a duty to play it.
And that we did. Upstairs at the Lamb and Flag, while downstairs they showed all the games on the big screens.
I refuse to watch a single second of that rubbish. If dancing on ice is a sport, so is darts. And it's a man's sport.
We played in a mixed contest.
They cheated.
How?
They must have bribed the judges to get them into the finals.
They beat us in the final.
They could have had a magnet in the board which attracted their darts.
Yeah, but then that would have attracted ours too.
All right, what if the magnet in the board had the correct polarity to attract their darts but repel ours?
Oh, I don't know. It sounds like an awful lot of work.
Yeah, but it is possible.
Wouldn't it be easier just to get good at darts?
Well, easier for you and me, maybe.
All right, magnet now. What number would the magnet be behind?
Oh, well, not a 20, that's too obvious. Same with the board, you'd notice that. So, teens? Height? I don't know now, do I? If I've been looking at the time, I can well tell you.
But surely if there was something unusual, then you would have noticed it.
What if they have an electromagnet? They could have switched it on and off between goes.
Oh, the adjudicators would have found it when they took the board down.
Cheats are sneaky. They could have switched it back after the game.
Yeah. And when did they do that? When they were on the stage being photographed with the trophy or on their way home in the taxi?
Always have an alibi. They could have had a man on the inside. That's a perfect covering.
Is this normal behaviour in a club championship?
People do funny things for fame.
Fame? Fame? What fame, huh? And a trophy you can buy any key cutters.
What newspaper was that picture in? We should try and get hold of a copy.
You're insane.
There might be a clue in there. We could see something. We could split this scandal wide open.
There is no scandal.
Not yet. That's why we need to split it wide open.
Okay, and what would you find?
One of them could have been a man in drag.
They're not transvestites. Sorry, cross-dressers.
You can't be certain. Yet, you know, now I think about it, one of them definitely had a 9 o'clock shadow.
Well, so what if they did?
Well, it's got to be against the rules.
Oh, God, you are... This is insane.
Well, they could have been on steroids. That can make you grow a beard, can't it?
They can have beards if they want to.
Performance-enhancing drugs. Now, that is definitely against the rules.
Or they just played a good game.
Or you didn't.
Or maybe we didn't.
Or maybe you
Oh,
didn't.
you know, maybe you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Where's your trophy?
Oh, do you know, the same place yours is.
No. I'm not the only one to notice your game slip, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's mentioned it.
Yeah, and who's everyone?
Everyone at the club.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're entitled to their opinion.
What, it doesn't bother you?
No, not in the slightest. They can think what they want. Night, night. I left. Well, that was my intention. I went downstairs. The lights were off. Hello? Anyone there? No reply. So I tried the door. And it wouldn't open. Brilliant. So I booted it. It still wouldn't open. And I booted it again. And again and again. And then... 12 years old. Great Yarmouth. We were staying in a static caravan.
Ridiculous, look at you, bleeding, look at you. What are you, 5? Pretty big for an infant, aren't you? Everyone was watching you, you saw that. Everyone's eyes were on you, that was your big moment. That's my boy, I shouted. That's what I said to everyone, that's my boy. They all knew who you were with. You stitched me right up, didn't you, eh? I would have said you had it planned if I thought you had any foresight. What? You crying? You crying like a little girl? It's me who should be crying. What are you got to be upset about? It's my life that's in tatters. Where's Mum? She's gone. She's not coming back. Probably ashamed. That's why she left. Humiliated. Worst bloody holiday of my life. It's a stupid idea to come here in the first place. Holiday camp, she said. There'll be loads to do. Should have stayed at home. What a waste of money. Yeah, don't sit down. Get up. Get up. What are you sitting down for? Don't you stinking out the furniture. Get up. And then get them trousers off and chuck them away.
Can't you wash them?
You can wash them if you like. I'm not. And then jump in the shower. You smell like a tramp. Wash that stink off and then pack your bags.
Pack my bags?
We're leaving.
I thought you said we were staying till Sunday.
I can't stay here. I can never show my face round here again. Now, you can stay if you like, but Great Yarmouth is dead to me. Worst place on earth. I'm never coming back.
What about Mum?
What about her?
Well, how will she get home?
I don't care. She can walk.
She is coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll be back.
Not my happiest of memories. Pops back into my mind every now and again. Makes me stick with him. That's the thing about shame. You try and rectify it or try and make amends or something. But I went back upstairs.
Knew you'd be back.
Door's locked.
It's locking.
Thought it was practice.
Don't see you doing much practicing.
No, I don't see you sleeping either.
You could be a great player.
Really?
You like Ocky Phillips?
Not an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah? How many have you sucked back tonight?
I'm not the one nursing 3 pints.
I'm not the one letting the team down.
I was like, just give me the keys.
You could be every bit the player Ocky Phillips was.
Keys?
I told you, he could have turned pro.
I can't turn pro.
Listen, whether you like it or not, you are a chip off the old block. Now, I never made the leap, you know. I settled down, got married, had a family, but I often wonder what would have happened to me if I'd made the right choice.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. An insurance broker once told me to get my hands covered.
Did you buy a pair of gloves?
Yeah. He said, your hands are precision instruments. You're like a fine musician. You know, you damage your hands, your career is over. No word of a lie. He told me I should cover them for 10 big ones, the pair.
Why would you insure both of them?
I'm doing all this for you. Come on, look, don't make the same mistakes I did. I should never have gone on that Poxy TV show.
When were you on TV?
Years ago.
Or playing dance?
No, I was dancing at the London Palladium. What else would I be doing? It's a quiz show.
Were you on Bullseye?
You wash your mouth out, bullseye. God, as if I'd go on that dreadful show. Worst thing that happened to the sport, the worst.
I don't know, it's pretty popular.
So was Eddie Armin, doesn't mean it was any good, does it? No, it's on the other side. Channel 5, sort of spin-off. One person has to answer questions, you know, general knowledge, like Bullseye, but all the questions had numbers for answers, you see. So, how many ones in the world are there? Then the darts player would have to get that number on the board. So, 7, bang, W winnings.
What's this called?
Double top.
I have since looked for this. Absolutely no record of it. So either he's got the name wrong or...
You'll be too little to remember this. It's the early days of Channel 5. Not everyone could even get it back then. It's before all your, your digital what have yous. Somebody tapes it for me. God knows where that is now. VHF. Probably wouldn't play anymore. Not that I need it. I remember the whole thing as though it happened this morning. 2 shows we did. 2, and then the winner came back the next day. So, final round, first show. And the question is, in bingo, what does the phrase in a state signify? So, 2 and 8, 28, in a state 28. So, then it's down to me. Now, I've got a lot riding on this. Well, you know what I mean, of course I have. Anyway, on the other side is this huge, great silverback.
Dad,
What?
it's racist.
Oh, everything's racist to you.
Yeah, everything that is racist to me, yes.
I never said he was black, did I?
Well, he didn't have to.
Yeah, but I never said it, did I?
Was he?
It's not important right now. What is important is that he has got it in for me. Because I'm well in the lead. We are wiping the floor with them. And I'm on me marks. So, I've got 3 darts to get 28. But this is to win the show. So I'm not going to do anything clever.
Change your habit of a lifetime.
Yeah. I'm going to go 20 and 8. Leaving me 1 dart spare should anything go wrong. And it is now that King Kong here decides he has come down with a tickly cough. So, I'm squaring up the shot. And complete miss. So now I'm down to 2. So I'll give him the old death stare. I put my mind to it. 1, 2, 3. I don't even hit the board. This time I'll give him a right mouthful. He plays dumb. I'm sorry, mate. I've got a really dry throat, he says. Must be the studio lights, but I've got his number. And he knows he can't pull that stunt a 3rd time. So, now, I've got 1 dart and 28 points to get. So I said to myself, I take aim. I slow my breathing and... Double 14! The crowd go wild! Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
How much do you win?
Well, we could have cashed in there and then for a background, or we could gamble and come back the next day.
So you gambled.
We gambled.
Well, Lockie must have known what he was doing.
Oh, Ocky wasn't there. This is me and your mother. She's supposed to be answering the questions till she got a brain fart. What number features in the title of the Enid Blyton books about a famous gang?
5.
She said 7.
Probably thinking Secret 7.
No, she wasn't thinking at all. She's supposed to be the reader. No, how many's in a baker's dozen? That was another one.
12.
13, good, you're as bad as she is. I barely got another throw. I sat there like a lemon while she spewed out numbers like a speak your weight machine. I knew the writing was on the wall then. She never supported me.
She went on the show.
And then messed it up.
Well, yeah, I bet it wasn't her idea to go on in the first place, was it?
No, she didn't want to gamble neither.
Well, probably because she didn't want to let you down.
Well, she didn't want to let me down. She should have answered the questions right, shouldn't she?
You got 1,000 quid.
Yeah, what can you buy with 1,000 quid?
I don't know, 1,000 pounds worth of stuff.
No. These chances come along once in a lifetime, and when they do, you've got to grab them with both hands.
Oh, that's just it, though, isn't it? It's a chance. I mean, if there was no risk in losing it, then they would have just, I don't know, just given you the money.
Well, they should have given us the grand, and we won that fair and square.
You gambled it.
Yeah, but they could give me my half. It was her who buggered it up.
You can't blame her.
Can't I? You always back her, don't you?
Do you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm going.
Oh, fine. Listen, here. Lock up after you. Yeah.
This is where the night would normally end. I'd go home, get a good night's sleep, then pretend I was too ill to make the next couple of practices. Then I'd forget how little we got along and agree to meet up the following week. Only for the cycle to happen again and a... But on this occasion, I felt sorry for him.
Why don't we I want to finish the game first.
What about your beauty sleep?
Hasn't worked so far, has it?
We're not going to let you win.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yes, the spirit. Listen, I've been watching your stance. You need to put your feet a little bit further apart, evens out your weight, yeah? And if you keep leaning forward too much, you're going to get a downward trajectory.
Really? I haven't noticed.
Yeah, see, I spot these things.
I like your flights, by the way. I meant to say earlier. They look pretty smart. Club colours, so...
Yeah, when I saw them in the shop, I thought I need them. I said to the lad who worked there, he said, I'll take them. These are going to bring me the luck I need.
I hope they do.
Yeah, me too. Cost enough.
How much?
Oh, do you think they're worth?
I don't know. I don't pay more than £1 a flight.
Try a tenner.
£80? It's over £3 a flight.
It's a tenner each.
£30.
Uh-uh.
Jesus, saw you coming.
It's an investment.
It's a rip-off.
Yeah, I'll take it out my Forwards Cup winnings, eh?
Yeah, well, counting your chickens, isn't you?
Yeah. Listen, they'd be tax deductible if I turn pro.
Yeah, well, even without the tax, it's still pretty steep.
Listen, I don't have any hobbies apart from darts.
Drinking.
That's not a hobby, that's a vice.
Smoking.
That's an addiction.
Could give up, you know.
Parkers aren't quitters.
Yeah, well, mate of mine gave up when he saw hypnotists. He thought it was the...
I am not doing it.
I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying that...
I'm not interested.
It's a story.
I know what it is, and I don't want to discuss it. Look, some stuff in life you have to do, regardless of the danger. Someone's going to kill you in the end. Might as well be something you enjoy.
You won't get sense to smell back.
What have I got to smell? God, blimey. Listen, I once went on holiday with your nan. We went to Margate. I remember we parked up right down by the harbour. I got out of the car and I took in that first deep breath. And I said, Mum, what is that smell? She turned to me, son, she said, that is Margate. Yeah, I took up smoking pretty sharpish after that.
Oh, will you?
13 different times.
I remember when you caught me smoking, you went ape.
Yeah, well, they're my fags.
You smacked them right out of my mouth.
And I will do again if I catch you nicking mine.
Yeah, well, I haven't smoked for years, so...
Yeah, I bet you're not stolen anything either, have you? See, that's what kids need these days. It's not your correctional facilities and your Rasbos. Give them a damn good ID.
Parenting 101 over here.
Oh, no, you can't start small. You can't go straight in breaking their legs. First offence, slip round here. Second offence, black eye. Third offence, oh dear, people falling down the stairs.
Well, what if they still don't know?
Kill them. Dead people don't break the law, that's a fact.
Can't argue with that.
No, nor should you. World's gone mad, you know. They're coming up with solutions for problems that don't exist and ignoring the real issues.
Mm-hmm. And what are the real issues?
Oh, don't you get me started.
You started hours ago.
Yeah. All right then. Coppers were much tougher back in the day, I swear it. Now, you heard a siren, you knew something was going down. People would peep out from behind that curtain and see who was getting dragged off. It's brilliant. Nowadays, it's all about paperwork. If a copper wants to nick someone, he's off the beat for the rest of the day filling out forms. It's madness. That makes the world safer for one sort of person. You're criminal. Yeah. You used to see the jails they send them to these days. If they call them jails, probably call them retainment facilities or some old bollocks, yeah. Jail used to be an horrible place, and necessarily so. Nowadays, it's not a holiday camp, is it? But now, yeah, it's like art classes. Art classes, they want to give you. You stab your missus, you get sentenced to 15 years practising your charcoals. Hard labour, that's what I'm talking about. Get them out working on the roads or picking up litter.
I do. It's called community service.
Community service. That's if you forget to pay your TV licence or your unpaid parking tickets. Murderers, scum like that. That's what I'm talking about. Tar and feather them and get them out working on the streets. Community service, that's for people they don't want to waste a cell on. Chain gangs are for people who don't deserve a cell. Let them sleep outside, that's what I say. If you reject society, society should reject you.
Christ, Dad. Next thing you know, you'll be bringing back public hanging.
Hanging? Hanging? I would not waste the rope on them. Yeah, the Frenchies had the right idea, and you won't hear me say much nice about them. Madame la Guillotine! You put it right in the town centre so everyone can watch. That way, you are solving a serious problem and providing an evening's entertainment. 2 birds, 1 stone, win bloody win.
There's no arguing with that.
Oh. You know what the offending rate is for people who've been executed? It's 0.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop them committing the first crime, though, does it?
Yeah, oh, some people are idiots.
Well, so it doesn't stop idiots.
No, they're all idiots. I've no idea how I came to be behind the wheel of this hot-wired Volkswagen, Your Honour. Yeah, you can see guilt written all over their stupid faces. You're guilty. You know you're guilty. I know you're guilty. Let's stop wasting people's times and strap you straight into old Sparky.
For stealing a car.
For being brain dead or just want the bodies to catch up. Criminals should be tried for their crimes, and I'm wasting police time on top of that. They've got better things to do.
Better than arresting criminal.
People should not be committing crime. That is why they are against the law. Yeah, and they should get rid of the jury service as well. You know, taking 12 hard-working, honest people out of work. Send them around to me. I soon tell you if they've done it. I bet you, a pound or a penny, I'd be right 99 times out of 100. Turn a blind eye for 5 minutes and I'll get a confession out of them and all.
99 times.
Bang on, absolutely.
So, what you're saying is they'd be killing one innocent person in 100 for absolutely no reason.
It's not many.
Well, one's not many, but it's got to be, what, 100,000 people in prison?
Well, there'll be 100,000 in the ground and 100 new blocks of flats. If I had my way, anything to free up a cell. I don't wasting my tax money on keeping that scum alive.
Ha! You're paying tax now.
That's between me and HMRC.
Yeah, well, be careful. They might strap you to old Sparky.
If they did, I'd be there with me head held high, throwing a book at me, my lad, for I am a lawbreaker. Don't do the time if you can't afford. That's all right, is it? Don't do crime. That's what it should be. That's it. Don't do crime, end off. I could run on that slogan. Don't do crime. Vote Roy Parker.
So you're running for local council now?
Local council, I should be Prime Minister.
Ha! Vote for you.
Regular people with their heads screwed on. This is what everyone believes. They just need someone to say it out loud for them. No nonsense, straight talking. Firm but fair, and if you don't like it, off to Dignitas. Oh, he's storming out again.
Going to the toilet. I didn't really need to go. I went anyway.
I just stood at the urinal straining just so I could get a break. Next thing you know, I'm kicking the hand dryers off the wall. 12 years old.
We were in a car. And it was a long, quiet drive back from Great Yarmouth. We closed the windows and cold.
No. Stinks in here. You sure you washed?
Yeah.
That smell like it.
Is Mum at the caravan?
Don't know. I don't care. Why does it matter?
I just thought I left my trousers in the bin.
Good. That's the best thing you've done today. Here. You washed your hands afterwards though, didn't you? Yeah. Didn't you, eh? Yeah? Dirty bugger. Don't touch anything back there. I'll wipe down that window handle. Disgusting. I should have been around more. That's what they'll say, isn't it? That's what they'll tell you at that school of yours while they're teaching you to be a fairy. Well, some of us got to work for a living. Absent parent, try working parent. You don't remember Grandad, do you?
No.
Yeah. He could have been a sergeant major, but the army said he was too strict for him. If he said jump, he didn't say ask how high. You started jumping and you kept on jumping till he was happy. You'd want to make him happy. You knew where you stood with him. You need boundaries. That's you and me from now on. Just the two of us.
When's Mum coming back?
You think I should take her back? Is that what I should do now? Got more respect. I got more respect for myself than that. I'll be a fool. I'll be an idiot to even entertain the idea. God, you think I should take her back now? She no longer exists. I was never married. Don't you get married neither. Here, listen to me. This is important. Don't get married. We've got to stick together now, you and me, haven't we? Yeah. If we can put up with this, we can put up with anything. Yeah, it's a fresh start for us. Yeah. We've got to look at this positively. As soon as we get home, we're going to put this whole holiday behind us. Yeah. Fresh start. Listen, things will be rosy again in no time.
You want to live with Mum?
We never talked about it again. When I went back upstairs, Dad was in an excessively chipper mood.
Yeah, did I ever tell you this one?
Yeah, that's probably.
So, there's me and Ocky. Now, this is before you were born, and we're in Glasgow. It's the Highland Championships. Oh, Ocky was a Scotsman. Well, I probably should have mentioned that. Anyway, it's not important now. I'm just there for moral support. So, Ocky's first match is on the opening day, and he plays a belter. So we spend that evening out on the tiles.
Whose turn is it?
Yours, I think. Anyway, Ocky picks up a tart in some bar or other. Can't remember her name there. I doubt he knew it then. Face like a robber's dog. God, blimey. Anyway, he takes her up to his hotel room for a bit of... and I stayed down in the hotel bar for a bit of a nightcap. 2 hours later, I'm back in my room and woken up to this. Help! Help me, please! Help! So Ocky's in the next room. Yeah, we've got those adjoining doors. Mine's open, but his is locked. But I can hear that sound again. Help me! Help me! So I knock down the door and I see what's happened. Ocky's a big fella and he's very drunk by now, and he's only got and he's got to rock himself to sleep on top of this girl. And she's trapped underneath. I said, he's rocked himself to sleep and she's trapped underneath.
Well, those the scores.
When?
When I went to the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, how many games was I on?
Don't remember.
You remember every match since you were 15.
Yeah, but I don't remember every game.
Do you think I'm done?
Oh, best I keep quiet. I learned that from your mother.
I know how many games I was on.
Yeah, I think you're getting the games confused. I do too. They're all written up there.
I was out the room for a minute and a half.
Oh, so you didn't wash your hands?
I know how many games I was on.
Yes, so do I. They are written up there, my girl.
Do you know what? Seeing as we're making up the rules, I'll have 2 goes. Thank
No
you.
one is inventing rules.
Well, you're not playing by the same ones I am.
You get a bit paranoid, ain't you?
Yeah, I might be paranoid, but it doesn't mean you're not cheating.
Yeah. You're not too big for a thrashing.
Oh, what? Can't beat me in this game, so you try me in real life?
I'll beat you any which way you want.
Yeah, how about on a level playing field?
The only games you've got are written up there in your own hands.
Yeah, and rubbed off in yours.
Cool, that's a pretty bold claim, young man.
It is, shall I make it again? To my dad, the rules of darts was sacrosanct. That was the one principle that he held.
If you're playing a game, you are playing by the rules.
But I was suddenly unsure of what game we were playing.
All right, if this is how you want it, how many games do you want? You want 3, 4, 10? Will that stop your belly aching? Here, why don't I get you a medal for taking part? Well done, you. You turned up. Oh, yeah, we'll have a word with the landlord. We'll get a blue plaque on the wall. Here, play James Parker. No one argued a better game.
Every time, every single time.
Go and run off home to your mummy. Maybe she'll sing you a lullaby and make you feel better. I tell you, if I spoke to my old man the way you speak to me, I'd be doing it with no teeth. He won't put up with your nonsense.
What? Yeah, and I've got to put up with yours? Can't smoke in it.
So what's you in charge?
It's a workspace.
Yeah, we're closed.
It's an enclosed space.
Out the window.
We'll go outside.
Oh, you want to take this outside now, do you?
You think you stand a chance?
You're the same as all the rest. Why do you keep coming back here?
You know what? I asked myself the same question.
Quit picking at me. This is me. What you see is what you get. You know, I ain't an angel, but I'm not some sort of monster neither. A bit old-fashioned. No, not old-fashioned. Normal. Normal is what I am. A simple man with simple pleasures. And I know what I am good at. And that is standing 7 foot 9 1/4 inches from that board. But you will never understand that, will you? And that's why that last match hurt. It felt like I was being stabbed in the back.
It was a fluke.
You could shrug it off as a fluke this time. What about when it happens again? How are you going to explain that one away, eh? You can't be going up to adjudicate. We're going, oh, no, what's happened to my points? I have more than that just now and thrown your toys out the pram. I should have never have got family involved in this. I know that now. Too much history. You're not even a darts man.
I've been playing since I was a kid.
Yeah, but not seriously.
What's a game?
It's a life. It's a life. And I need a partner who won't take everything so damn literally. And you need to be off doing whatever it is you're sort of like doing, flower arranging or whatever.
My sort? Who's my sort?
I don't know, you're not like me.
No one's like you.
What's the pity? The world would start working much better if people just started thinking properly. You know, I should be one of them, psychoanalysts. Oh, doctor, I've got terrible anxiety. Put yourself together, man, we all got problems sorted. Oh, doctor, I feel so depressed. Good, that means you're paying attention. Next.
Doctor, my dad's a darts-obsessed alcoholic who's stuck in the past.
You should listen to your dad. With age comes wisdom. Maybe he does know best. Ever thought about that? Do you think you know better?
Yeah.
There you go then. Problem solved.
Nothing gets solved.
Well, it's identified. The rest is down to you.
Doctor, can I get a second opinion, please?
Yeah, you're rubbish at darts.
Well, no one else will play with you.
Because I don't like losing.
You don't like losing.
No, I don't, so I try not to. Look. I've been meaning to say this for a little while, but well, some of the others at the club, they've had a word with me and, well, they think you're letting the team down.
They said that, did they?
Yeah, they did. I mean, you know, on the quiet, like, you know, they thought it sounded better coming from me, but, well, they don't want you to come back.
I don't believe it.
It's true. I tried to persuade them otherwise. I said, you can't take away his membership. And I said, it's a travesty. That's what I said. It's a travesty. I even asked them to let you stay on as a favour to me. You know, what with me being a member since they first opened and that, they weren't having none of it. No. I said, oh, come on. Let him play with me in the Foils Cup. It means so much to him. And they said, no. They said they want the club to win, so they weren't going to put your name forward for it. Eddie said you're a bit of a crybaby. Now, his words, not mine.
Eddie?
Oh.
Who's Eddie?
You know Eddie, old fellow, one eye.
Spits when he talks.
No, I don't know who Eddie is.
Well, anyway, he's the acting chairman and what he says goes and he doesn't want you coming back. Look, I've been trying to find the right time to tell you this, but as we both know, occasions like that never come. You can take it like a man. I know you can.
Well, what happened to being a team?
Take it up with Eddie.
All right. Let's give him a call. See if he'll call about your story.
If you like, this is Death's Post and it's nearly midnight, but if you're going to use your own phone, then I can't stop you.
Yeah, what's his number?
No idea.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, not for you. Listen, if you're worried about your membership money, I'm sure there'll be a rebate of some sort.
A rebate?
You can't expect a full refund. I mean, you've been going there, what, 6 months?
6 months?
I'd actually been going to the club for 4 years. Not that anyone would have noticed. And the last tournament that they put me forward for was the one he's upset with.
Christ, maybe Eddie was right. You are a bit of a crybaby. All right, listen, I'll refund your membership money if that's what you want.
I couldn't care less about the money.
No hard feelings, eh?
Yeah, hard feelings. Nothing but hard feelings.
Well, maybe the snooker club's looking for new members.
Yeah, are you a member?
No.
Well, good. Maybe I'll consider it then.
Yeah, too much bending over tables and playing with other people's balls.
I'm not sure why that tipped me, but it tipped me over. I was sick of agreeing, sick of listening, sick of trying to keep the peace.
So you won't need to see as much of me anymore, will you?
Yeah, be like my school years all over again.
It breaks my heart to see you waste your talent the way you do.
I don't have any talent, not at this. You have got to stop telling yourself that or you'll start thinking it's true.
You tell me that!
Why do you believe that as well?
Why wouldn't I?
You've got to stop taking everything so literally. Listen, I've always been there for you, haven't I? I remember your first competitive game. You were 10.
12.
Holiday camp.
Great Yarmouth.
That's it. Worst bloody holiday of my life. You might have kept wanting to go to the beach and places like that. I said, bloody, it's bleeding Pontins. Got everything you need right here.
Whilst my parents argued, I saw a poster. Under 15s darts contest, bring your own darts.
Use my spare set. Never lend out your good ones. You don't want to be lucky for someone else. You'll never get them back.
I begged my parents to let me play. Mum, she wanted to go to the botanical gardens.
I said, well, all right, son, if that's what you want. I was like, no need for a paternity test. He's my boy, all right. Your mother lost interest pretty quickly.
It was school holidays, so there were a lot of kids competing. I mean, it took most of the day.
I was there though, wasn't I? Cheering you on. That's my boy. That's what I shouted, wasn't I? That's my boy. God, Bloody hours I was there. Your mum left early. Better things to do, apparently. Bah! It's amazing how long a kid can eke out a game if they don't really know what they're doing.
Dad didn't miss a shot. And somehow I chanced my way to the final.
Say to yourself, and I said, regulate your breathing.
So I said to myself, I regulated my breathing.
Everyone was looking at you.
I was focusing.
And what did you do?
You know what I did?
I thought, no need for a maternity test. Everyone could tell who your mother was.
Some kid started laughing like a donkey. So I smacked him to the floor. I was wailing on him. Judges tried to pull me off and I smacked them too, and I just smacked everyone and everything around me. And then my dad could pull me away.
I was crushed.
I was pretty upset too.
I know that. I could see that. If anyone knows what a broken dream looks like, I do. But that's when you gave up, wasn't it? That's when you stopped trying.
Dad dragged me around the campsite. Grey flannel trousers soaked through.
You did other competitions, but you never gave it your all again. Because that would have meant admitting you wanted to win. And when you didn't, you'd have to admit you weren't good enough.
Couldn't find Mum anywhere.
You may have even won a few competitions, but it doesn't count if you're not trying. That's not your victory, it's their loss.
We asked some people if they'd seen her. The receptionist pointed towards some chalets.
That's why I wanted you to join the club some one-on-one time. Learn the ropes.
Found Mum though, didn't we?
Yeah. With her mouth wrapped round the barman's cock.
So the club doesn't want me.
We don't need that. What's that he know anyway? He's only got one eye, and half the time that's bloodshot. Go on then. Your turn.
Why are you doing this?
Unfinished business.
You sure you're not just warming up?
I'm up to temperature.
Well, what are we playing for? Because it certainly isn't for fun.
What do you want?
If I win, you quit the club.
There are other clubs.
You quit all the clubs.
Oh, stop me out.
You stop playing darts.
You what?
You put down those £30 flights and you never pick them up again.
If you win.
If I win.
Okay. All right, sure.
I don't think he'd agree to that. It was a bigger risk for him than it was for me.
And this is what I propose. When I win, you start taking the sport seriously, yeah? I want to see you practicing 5 days a week.
5?
6. And you quit your belly aching, and you give the sport the respect it deserves. It's just going to be me, you, and the board.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun.
It's not about fun. It's about practice and training and routine. You are only going to get better if you play someone better than yourself.
Yeah, and how are you going to improve?
Oh, don't you worry about me. I'm the man with the 10 grand hands, genetically built for darts. But I am 60 years old and I've been a chain smoker for almost 50 of them. I'm passing the baton on. Surely you don't want a legacy to die out with me, especially when we both know what you are capable of. I've seen some great darts players in my time. Ocky Phipps was one of the best. I used to tell him that all the time. I'd say, Ocky, you are the greatest. You know what he'd say? He said, I'll drink to that. You know, he never pushed himself. He never gave it that extra 20%. And as a result, he sat and slowly drank himself to death. Well, I'm not going to let that happen again. I made myself that promise years ago.
You don't think you could have gone too far the other way?
No chance.
You couldn't have just said, well played.
Long distance runners drag a tyre behind them when they're in training, and the faster they go, the more weight they put on the tyre.
Yeah, and you're that tyre.
Yeah, but when they finally get rid of that weight, you should see those Kenyan lads go. There's a snap and a blur, and before you know it, they've won 2 marathons.
Yeah, but there's a difference there. Firstly, they've agreed to have the tyre weighed to them, and secondly, well, they actually want to be marathon runners.
If you can win a marathon, you should win a marathon. You owe it to the sport.
Or if I'd rather go for a jog?
When you can be a winner.
I enjoy jogging.
Then you enjoy losing.
I just enjoy playing.
Oh, God, that's like going to the GG's and not having a bet, or going to the pub and having a cup of coffee, or going for a walk just because you like the view.
Well, loads of people do that.
It doesn't make it right.
A bit like scrubbing out someone's games.
The better golfer you are, the bigger your handicap.
If it doesn't change halfway through the game without you knowing,
If
does it?
someone did that to me, I'd take it as a compliment.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. Well, why didn't I think of that? How incredibly flattered I am. Let me pay the compliment back to you.
Fine, all right. If you win, I'll not only quit darts, I'll quit smoking and drinking too.
Really?
Yeah, I'll quit working here. I don't care. I'll quit everything. I'll even promise to become a bleeding vegan if that's what you want me to. No one.
Far away.
Because when it really matters, you can't win.
Game on.
I was never going to take you to the Forest Cup. Yeah, I put my name down, but I never put yours down.
Thought it was a doubles match.
It is. I'm getting Hockey out of retirement. I rang him up. I said, hey, Hockey, how'd you fancy getting the band back together again? He almost bit my hand off. He said, it'd be an honour to play with you again, Roy. And listen, while I've got you on the phone, I just wanted to say how sorry I am for taking you for granted for all them years.
I thought you said Oki was dead.
Not dead, just dead to me. But he's not now. Oh no, he's all right. It's going to be like old times again.
No, well, it's a shame you're going to let him down.
I'm not going to let him down, and he's not going to let me down neither.
Yeah? Well, you know what? He sounds great. I think I might ask him for a game after your early retirement.
No one's retiring.
Well, up your game,
Up
then.
yours.
Up yours!
Up yours, you little shit!
I could see what it meant to him. He wasn't the winning. He'd won 1,000,000 times before.
Go on, then.
No, I'm done.
What do you mean you're done?
I'm not playing.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, really?
The game is not over.
It is. I quit.
Parkers are not quitters.
This one does!
You pick up those darts.
No, it's a boring game.
Or maybe the way you play it.
Maybe it is. I guess I won't be doing that anymore.
You finished the game.
No, it's pretty much over already.
You're going to end on a double.
I don't have to do anything.
We finish this now.
I have finished!
You are just like your mother. Ah! 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 Ah!
I quit, you quit!
I called an ambulance. Left the door open for them when they got there. The old git. Still pinned to the board.
2 months passed before we saw each other again.
Alright.
Alright. Want a drink?
I'm going downstairs.
Line them up.
No, I'm alright. What are you doing here?
Not bad.
I'm going to deal with that sort of stuff.
Well, thought I'd get some practice in there.
Teach you that.
I've not been going to the club anymore.
No, me neither.
How's your hand?
It's fine.
You need stitches? Or
It's fine.
for a dart?
Don't know, I haven't tried.
Want to give it a go?
Working.
After your shift?
That, retired.
You sure?
Very sure.
I've been practicing my game 6 times a week.
Have you?
Yeah.
Not here, you haven't.
No, got my own board. I'm playing at home.
Who with?
Mum.
Any good?
No hockey Phipps.
No, not you. Are you any good?
I'm improving.
Go on then. Show us your stuff.
True to my word, I continue to practice 6 times a week. Dad? He never picked up a dart again.
Remember, centre yourself and regulate your breathing. Yeah.
3 years later, went to the Foils Cup. Mum was my partner. Beat a couple of blokes too. I couldn't handle it. It was priceless. Lost in the finals, but didn't matter. Loved every second of it.
I rode out on a bright May morning like a hero in a song, looking for a place called England, trying to find where I belong. Couldn't find the old flood meadow or the house that I once knew. No trace of the little river or the garden where I grew. I saw town and I saw country, motorway and sink estate, rich man.